back to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. I just want to say welcome back to my beautiful subscribers. Thank you guys so much for being here and for your support of me and each other. I'm going to be making my announcement this week for my free reading giveaway. So be sure that you are subscribed, that you've hit your notification bell, and that you've dropped me a comment below under one of my readings this month. And if you found yourself here for the very first time, we just want to welcome you here to this space. I do pick a card readings on this channel. We are a space of light and love. We are an inclusive space, so please join us. Pull yourself up a chair, a cup of tea, some snacks, and we'll have a little bit of a chat because we're all friends when we gather at my table. Today's pick a card reading is about the person on your mind and why do you keep thinking of them? Why are they always on their mind? Or on your mind, and is it an indicator that they're thinking of you as well? So what are their current thoughts of you, but why do you keep thinking about this person? We have 3 piles for you to choose from today. We have pile number 1 here with the Modern Witch Tarot and this big piece of amethyst. We have pile number 2 here. I believe this one's called the Light Seers Tarot and a beautiful piece of chalcedony. And pile number 3 with the Golden Girls Tarot and this piece of coal. It's actually unrefined coal, this piece. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, my timestamps are listed below in the comment section, and there may be a message waiting for you today from Spirit. I am going to jump right into pile number 1. Again, today's topic is why do you keep thinking of this person, and do they think of you as well? Pile 1. Hello everybody in pile number 1. You were drawn to this big beautiful piece of amethyst. I'm just going to place it over here. And this is your reading. Why is this person on your mind? Why do you keep thinking about them? Are they going over and over like a loop? And is it an indicator that they're thinking of you as well? Do they think of you too? But first we're going to look into the situation at hand. There's the Ace of Swords. Why does this person continually cross your mind? Pile 1. The Ace of Swords is the need for clarity. So it could be that you guys feel like you have unfinished business, or they didn't give you some type of closure that you're hoping for. We have the Knight of Swords showcasing itself with the Chariot, both reversed, but I'm going to throw those back. We have the Lovers, and we also have the Judgment. Why are they always on your mind? Why can't you stop thinking about this person? The Queen of Pentacles. We have the Sunshine. You could be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You don't have to be specifically a Leo here, but we have the 5 of Pentacles on the back of this deck. It does feel like you're in complete separation from this person, and to be honest, it feels like it's been a while that you haven't seen or heard from this person. So that could be really why you're curious as to why do I keep thinking about this person if it's been so long. So let's clarify the Ace of Swords, please. Why can't you stop thinking about this person? The Chariot. There seems to be a message coming in about choices in the past. Choices in the past of this connection where somebody in this connection, particularly you, perhaps you feel like you chose poorly or you didn't think things through 100%. It's like the clarity for you came after the fact. And to be honest, the clarity came for you way after the fact, or it's really started to set home now that you are settled in your life. For someone watching, you could definitely have a family in place, or this person could perhaps, but I feel like you could have a family in place, you could have children, and you're really spending a lot of time reflecting about this connection because it's like this missed opportunity, and it could reflect a time and place where all of your responsibilities, all of your life in general could have been a lot more simple, more simplified at a time. So they could be a reflection too of a simpler time, a simpler place, when we didn't have so many burdens upon our shoulders, when we weren't so overwhelmed with reality. There's this message too of like an acknowledgement that I've ascended, I've grown out of that state of insecurity that caused me to make the poor choice in the first place. And now because that epiphany has come in, it's like I can't get this person off of my mind because I keep going over like a loop about what should have, could have happened between us. The Four of Pentacles. In my mind right now, I'm hearing that song by the Dixie Chicks, A Home. And this lyric in my mind right now is, not a night goes by that I don't dream of wandering in the house that might have been. And I feel like that's really what someone that's watching is going through. It's like, it's not a day is going by lately that I'm not wandering through this house that might have been. And I feel like it's a very silent war you're waging too. It's a battle inside of yourself that you don't feel like you're able to share with other people, especially if you're in a situation where you're sort of wifed up or you're in a very secure situation. In the future position here, we have the Sun with the Six of Wands. That's what gave me the indicator that you could be a Leo with that beautiful Sun as one of the main themes here. But I feel like you're declaring victory over life in a sense. And I feel like from the outside, everyone would look at you and say, well, this person has security. It seems like they have built themselves up a place of security here. But there's still this, it's like, I don't want to lose what I've built up, but I'm also very much not willing or wanting to give up on this person, on the idea of this person, because they emote an emotional response from me. And there's still a lot of curiosity that was never given a fair shot. It's like I saw something that had a lot of potential and I didn't take advantage of that potential. And now all of these questions are still up in the air for me. And I want to be able to answer those questions. The Magician here is talking about the power that we wield in our own situation and how those realizations that have come in, it's like we've taken some responsibility for how things are right now. But that in itself has created a burden because we don't know how the other person feels at this point. So there's a lot of restlessness that's really feeding into the energy here. Why do I keep thinking about this person? Why does group 1 think about this person all the time, please, Spirit? Yeah, the milk, it's so nostalgic. It's like where you came from. I don't know if this person, again, is really from your past. But it's kind of like that energy you feel like when someone passes away and all of a sudden that person achieves sainthood. Sometimes, you know, with distance, with time, emotions can run high and we have this nostalgia about a situation. And we kind of put on rose-colored glasses when we think about the past. And that could be how you think with this person. Things were simpler then. There weren't as many obstacles in the way then. But at the time, it felt like a lot of obstacles. And there's a sense here too of not following our heart in the past as well that could eat away at you at this point too. We have the Community card. The Community card speaks of surviving the opinions of others, perhaps doing things for the good of other people. It also really speaks to like safety nets and taking care of other people, and exile as well, feeling like we're on exile from something that was really, really important to us. And it could be that you went in the direction of a safety net when you were making the choice with this person in the past. And now you feel like those choices were not thought through. It's like the Lovers is ruled by Gemini and they like to think things through. It's like I'm thinking that I didn't think things through here. And now all I keep doing with this Judgment is reflecting upon how it could have been different, how things could be different, how I could be experiencing this without the feigned victory, how I could be declaring the victory over my happiness, because it's like it's waning. You could be going through a bit of an identity crisis too, the identity card on the back of the deck. So there could be almost the sense of like a midlife crisis, I guess is the word that I'm using or I'm looking at in my mind right now, or I'm thinking of, is this midlife crisis type of energy. It's like where you're sitting is secure, but there's a restlessness growing up. And this person, again, reflects that moment. It's like a benchmark. Some of you might say it was the benchmark to my failure. It's like it reflects that moment where things could have shifted for me. It's like things could have been different in my situation. Let's take a look at their feelings for you. So do they think about you? You think about them, and there is a very strong connection with the lover. So there could be an intrinsic connection that exists. So does this person think about you as well? What do they think about when it comes to your energy? We have the Wheel of Fortune. The Knight of Wands. It could be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. This person could be the fire sign. The King of Wands. So this person, there has been some time. This person claims that they've had enough time to grow up here. Page of Cups. Back of the deck is the Seven of Wands. And I do think that they have thought about you throughout this process too, because if you felt that connection to be sort of faded in a sense, they have felt that as well. Do they think about you? Two of Pentacles. I feel like you definitely crossed their mind. And there's definitely still, and I feel like this was planted a long time ago. These seeds of desire were planted a long time ago, but that curiosity to fulfill that is still in place. They do feel like there was an imbalance, and there is an out of balance. Yeah, Knight of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. We also have the Temperance card on the back of the deck with the Four of Swords. So you've definitely crossed their mind quite a bit over this period of time of disconnect. They have sort of turned a corner in their energy. They have sort of, I don't feel like willingly, but in the recent past, it's like they've sort of succumbed to a surrender here. It's like I'm acknowledging what I can and can't do about this situation, about these feelings that I have. There is this sense of them wishing that they could express something to you as well, that Knight of Swords. And there's also a message coming in too that they feel like in the past, they wonder if you were holding back deliberately. Like it's like a cat and mouse game. It's like, I feel like they felt like they were toyed with a little bit in the past too. And that I feel like added to some of that frustration, because they felt like it was an unequal balance. Like they were showcasing more desire towards you than that they were feeling they were receiving in return too. But there's a lot of emotion wrapped up around this. As much as they claim to see things in a clearer perspective, as much as they've grown, there's still a lot of emotion wrapped up in this loss that they feel. So I do feel that they think about you on the regular basis. What are their current feelings for you? You have, I'm being pulled in two different directions when it comes to this connection. And I do feel like there has been, I feel like there's been a length of time here. It's been a long road with the Temperance energy. And I feel like both of you may have moved forward. And is this really over? There's the Ten of Swords. Because as much as you keep thinking about them, you still cross their mind. And this is an over-emotional response to pain. So it's not coming from a place of objectivity. It's not coming from a place of acceptance. I don't feel like they've accepted this this scenario of giving up, of loss. So they want to know if it truly is over. They could feel very similar vibes as you do here with this sense of loss. And they could be thinking about you as much as you're thinking about them. We have overflow of fresh start and emotions. It's like wishing we could do a do-over. And I'm going to give as much as you give me. Somebody doesn't feel like they got as much out of this connection. Back of the deck says, this has taught me what pain really is. And I believe that if they truly felt this Ten of Swords energy, I believe that that was a very painful experience, the realization of the loss coming in. Does group one think about this person? We have here simple acts of kindness. Kindness energizes you and brings happiness to those around you. And there's a message coming through that this person, I feel like, was very good to you in the past. And I feel like sometimes we take energies like that for granted. And I feel like a realization has come in too, that this person was really good to you. And you've had experiences now where people have not been very good to you. So you kind of put them up on this pedestal, a pedestal that even themselves, they may not even, not even be able to kind of reach. But it's like this rose-colored glasses when it comes to them. Embrace your emotions. Allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. And that could be why these feelings keep resurfacing without change for you, why you keep going round and round and round when it comes to this connection, when it comes to thoughts of this person, because you're always in the state of having to suppress it. You can't fully feel the emotions. You can't fully feel the shifts and changes because you may feel like you have to hide those feelings. And that's kind of the challenge here, is being able to feel this in its entirety, to use it as a tool towards change, because that beautiful sunshine reminds us that if we've made it past a dark night and we can look at things objectively, we can make a new plan towards our goals by the light of that day. But there is this sense of not being able to truly go through the motions and go through those stages of grief if you truly want to separate yourself from this connection. But there's a feeling like you don't really want to energetically separate yourself from this connection. We have speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change lives, including your own. I just group one, keep thinking of this person constantly. We have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. A chemistry that was never explored. And passion that was never explored, that just keeps fizzling. It's just a pressure that has continued to build. And I feel like you made choices in the past, or perhaps this person did, away from this connection because you were too afraid to act upon these decisions, or act upon these feelings rather. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart and give and receive the highest energy of all. And I feel like these lessons that you needed to learn about being vulnerable, I feel like you've had to learn them in other connections anyway. So now you look back at this connection, you're like, well, I've shown vulnerability since then. Why couldn't I show it back then? And there's this like kicking of ourselves here because we didn't, what's the word I'm looking for? Embark? We didn't embark upon the journey or the adventure that was sitting right in front of us. We have liberty. And we have the art of seduction. Back of the deck says butterfly garden. So this back of deck, the butterfly garden, talks about curiosity and discovery and the small moments in life. And the transformations that truly happen to us as we grow, as we evolve, as we experience. And how these transformations can lead to a lot of epiphanies, can lead to a lot of self-discovery through exploration of the past oftentimes, and it can also lead us to disappointments and how we handled potential outcomes, potentials even in this connection, in every vein of our life is what this card really represents. And there's a sense here of like missing out on something grander, because we failed to see what was sitting right in front of us. We have the seduction, the art of seduction card as well. It's about passion, it's about desire, it's about acting upon it as well. You can see he's sort of sitting there acting like he's not being bothered by her, but it's about this passion and the chemistry that was between the two of you that was never realized, that was never explored. And then we have liberty. Liberty asks us to reflect upon our choices and letting go as well. You can see she's trying to find her peace. She's trying to coax it out of the cage there. But it's only through this self-reflection and time that she's able to gain that peace. And there is a message coming through about expectations of happiness versus peace in this situation. Because for someone watching, it's like you have no intention of acting upon these feelings. but it's about trying to find the peace within the situation that we find ourselves in at this time. Let's get a charm bowl for you, group number 1. Advice for group number 1, please. Why do they keep thinking about this person? We have the Strength reversed, Leo energy. Eight of Pentacles, and the Empress reversed. The Strength reverse is a very self-explanatory card because it talks about not being able to tame our fears in order to act upon our desires, not having the courage to put the necessary effort into the position that we want to be in. And then we have this Empress. First of all, the Eight of Pentacles is really showcasing that it could be many, many years that you have been separated from this person. And the Empress reversed, the Divine Feminine in this situation could feel a lot of limitations as far as her ability to act upon these feelings or these revelations that have come about. And it could be because of her position. There could even be children involved with this Empress as well, because she does represent motherhood, abundance, fertility, that sort of thing. In the charm bowl today, what do we have? We have the letters M and S. We have the Six of Cups, oh, the Six of Hearts, and the Two of Hearts. Oh my goodness. So this is like friendship from the past. This is a beautiful type of love that existed between the two of you. It's very innocent type of love, but there's definite soulmate energies here with these two playing cards. A connection that really had, group 1, this connection really had potential. It had potential for so much emotional abundance. But we have this Chariot energy with this horse, and it was kind of flipped over on its side. It's like I didn't see it, or I didn't act upon it. There could be a work or school connection with that Eight of Pentacles. We also have the worker ant here and the paper clip. So this person could be somebody that you worked with or went to school with. There's also the Chewbacca, which is my symbol for a very sort of narrow, nerdy interest. We also have the friendship rune here and the starfish. So it may have been a very long time, because the starfish can regenerate a limb over time if it loses one of those arms. And in the same way, it feels like you're missing a piece of yourself, especially if there's this soulmate energy with the Six of Cups and the Two of Cups as well. All right, group number 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonated. If it did, I would love to hear your story in the comment section, and I would love for you to subscribe to this channel and become a part of our family here. Please hit your like button and your notification bell if you drop me a comment below, so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. And I will be drawing a name for that this week, so be sure to hit your notification bells. Also, you can check out my Instagram page, because sometime this week I'm going to be posting a free reading giveaway as well. And you can check out my Etsy account for a personal reading. I've been selling out very quickly when I post, but I do repost every day at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So reach out to me and I can help you navigate that system. But I really hope you come back here to the Tarot Cottage for another day, and I hope that you have a beautiful day. Take care. Hello, everybody. In group number 2, you were drawn to this beautiful piece of Chalcedony, or perhaps you were drawn to this deck, the Light Seers Tarot. I keep having to look to see what this deck is called. I don't know why I can never remember the name of this deck. But this is your reading. Why do you keep thinking of this person? Do they think of you? Why do they keep coming in and out of your mind? Why can't you shake this connection? And we'll see if it's mutual. But let's see what Spirit has to say about why you can't let this person go. We have the Tower here. You can see this particular tower. You can see the squirrel. You can see all those nuts. They're on fire. It's like all of this potential. And you can see the butterflies too that are sort of coming out of this bolt of lightning. It's almost like an epiphany has hit them. It's like an epiphany has hit them. That transformation is possible if we plant the seeds of potential here, even if we're afraid to. Why can't you stop thinking about this person? We have the Two of Cups reversed. this person. We have the Hermit. Oh, the Six of Cups, the Queen of Cups. Oh, I feel like you have, I just feel like they're on your mind all of the time. Knight of Wands. Back of the deck is the Ten of Wands. And I feel like you've been carrying this around with you for a really long time too. There's the Ace of Swords. Let's clarify the Tower, please. There's that Ace of Swords wanting to showcase itself under the Tower. So it is an epiphany that's come in. The Wheel of Fortune. You have the Eight of Pentacles. What's interesting is that I'm just sensing like it's not finished. It's like you don't think it's finished, or you're hoping it's not finished. Yeah, like you've not given up on this idea of a reunion with this person, and that's why they're on your mind all of the time. You've had some sort of epiphany about the transformation or what's possible here. Nine of Pentacles. Back of the deck is the Four of Wands, and we have the Seven of Cups. It's like you feel like there are so many unanswered questions, and you've had this epiphany. You've had this epiphany that like, I recognize that I have power that I can wield in this situation, or there's like these epiphanies coming in. And even with the Five of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups is talking about the confusion you feel about how do they feel about me, and do they feel the same way? And I feel like you feel a certain amount of energy between the two of you. Like I feel like you can feel them in a way. It's like a very connected connection. And there is a separation here from someone who is meant for me. Like that's what it feels like. It's a separation from someone who is meant for me. But it doesn't feel like it's over. It's like you don't think it's over, or this person doesn't think it's over, but specifically you, because we're talking about you right now as why can't you let this person go? It's because you still have curiosities that you want to explore with this person. You still have unanswered questions, unanswered fantasies. You still think that this is a gateway for ascension for you. And to be honest, if I'm looking at this Queen of Cups the way I want to, it's like permanent love. It's like it's not going anywhere, and I don't think you expect it to go anywhere. Even the question of this reading, why do you keep thinking of them? It's like it really doesn't matter what the reason is, because you have no intention of stopping that, because there's almost this intent towards more. It's like an expectation that there will be a revisit here. It's like a certainty. And I'm not saying that with my certainty. I'm saying you have this certainty, and they may feel that way as well. It's like a certainty, because even the Hermit here is talking about the need for this practical plan. And this Hermit's holding that star energy as sort of a guiding light, keeping that focus of you in that lantern. But even this particular Eight of Pentacles is holding up a candle, very focused on that. It's like, and again, it could have been a very long length of time. There's similarities between group 1 and group 2 here. A long length of time where you haven't seen this person. I feel like you wonder if they think about you as well in the same amount. There could be almost a negative expectation, like they don't, when you allow yourself to fall into modes of despair. But I feel like you almost expect that they do. It's like this feels so intense that you expect a revisit here. And it's almost like you think that these epiphanies are so strong, these thoughts are so strong, that it's almost manifesting or conjuring up this connection in some way. So let's take a look and see if this person feels the same. Let's see if this person thinks about you as well. Are there similar energies here? Does this person think about group 2, please? We have Four of Wands. Four of Wands showcasing itself, and we do have the Hanged Man as well. I just saw the Hanged Man. One of my lights just went out, but that's not an indicator of anything. I knew it was getting low. Does this person think about group 2? Are there similarities? We have the Daughter of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. The Knight of Wands. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy here. We have the Devil and the Four of Cups. And we have the King of Wands. Back of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. I feel like this person feels like they missed their mark with you as well. But again, there's the Star. They're hoping for a chance to sort of bring peace to the situation, bring clarity to the situation as well. I feel like they have suffered in the disconnect, because I'm just looking at this rainbow and it's like rain comes before this rainbow. Suffering comes before the sun. You know, it's about suffering amidst this disconnect. And I feel like this person feels very much similarly to you. But for them, when they think about you, it's more of an addiction and a feeling of helplessness about it. It's like I'm addicted to this person and I don't know what to do about it. There's a very strong physical frustration that this person feels when it comes to you, because if you're focusing on the emotion, this person may not have the capacity to do that. They may not be an emotional person, or they have insecurities, whatever the case may be. While you're dealing with emotion and the emotional response, they are acting and talking about the frustration they feel about not entering into a physical gateway with you. And there's that sense, though, of entrapment, too, of not being able to act, or feeling like they can't act upon their feelings at this very moment. So they could be attached. So take that as it resonates. That's not for everyone. But when it comes to their feelings for you, it's like missed opportunities and strong curiosity to explore where all of these feelings come from and where all of them could lead, because this King of Wands has a directive. And if we started over here with the Tower, with the lightning, the lightning is over here with the King of Wands too, because those epiphanies have been shared by the two of you. The Four of Wands energy is very similar. Well, it's the exact same. Both of you look at this connection as a gateway towards more, as an opportunity towards happiness, towards ascension, towards joy. I don't feel like this person is the type to maybe use languages like soulmate, twin flame. I don't know that they would acknowledge that type of connection. They may be more practical than that. They may not subscribe to that type of ideology, but they definitely feel like there has been missed opportunities here, and that this could have been so much more than what it has become. What are their thoughts of you at this time? What are their thoughts of you? We have the History card. It's like everything's up in the air. It's like there's so much unfinished business here and so many unanswered questions. It's like there's so much potential that could have been, but there's flies buzzing around it now. So there's this worry about it, you know, reaching an expiry date. There's an expectation of wanting it to come back full circle and having another opportunity to hit that mark. But it's like, how long are we going to have to wait? How long are we going to have to wait for what we want here? Excuse me. Whoops. I just saw the Intellect card. We have the Dark. Back of the deck is the Book, because I feel like there are things that need to be expressed. This is a closed book. So for me, that's secrets. That's holding things in. And this Dark, you can see it's like this connection has taken root. And it could be a connection too that you feel like you do have to suppress from other people, but like the feelings have taken root. It's a part of you. This person's from your past. This person's from when you were sort of growing or evolving, and it's a part of you. And it's like you wonder what could have been, or what could have bloomed out of the seeds or the roots that were planted here. And it's like a lot of clarity has come in, but it almost feels like it came in a little bit too late, and we didn't share that with other people too, because this looks like a big sort of secret keeper, this giant shell here in her brain. It's like I had this clarity. I knew what I wanted, but I didn't act upon it potentially. Let's use this. How does this person currently feel about group number 2? Do they ever think of group number 2? You are so very special. unfinished business when the world showcases itself in the recent past position. I think we should see other people. So you may be in another connection at this time. They could feel entrapped in something, as I said, and they may not feel like they have the power to act upon their feelings for you. This person, I feel like, is more comfortable expressing themselves physically than they are emotionally. They may be somebody who has a hard time expressing themselves. I just wish that things were different at this time. They wish that confusion was lifted from this situation. We have think before you act. We also have seek professional advice, and I need time for me. This is the Four of Swords for me. We also have will you choose me underneath that. But this is the Four of Swords, which is talking about retreat and meditation. When the mind opens up, when we receive all of these downloads, it's during these periods of time where we are retreating, where we're really reflecting. And I feel like you cross their mind all of the time in that sense. The seek professional advice always speaks to me about actually having to seek out almost legal advice for things. So this person, this Nine of Pentacles with the Father of Wands could indicate that somebody in this connection actually might need professional advice in order to sever themselves from something that they have a lot of practicalities wrapped up in. And I'm thinking lawyers, so take that as it resonates. That's definitely not for everyone. How does this person currently feel? Do they think about group 2? Do they think about group 2? I replay everything that happened in my mind. So yes, they definitely think about you. I dream of a second chance. And as I said earlier, I feel like there's almost an expectation with the strength of the energy between the two of you that there will be a second chance. I've made my bed though, and now I have to lie in it. Wishing that things were different. Could be a third party that this person finds themselves part of. But I dream of being reckless. And that's the Knight of Wands. It's like I dream of charging in with physical energy towards you and not giving a hoot of what the consequences will be on the other side of those actions, of being chaotic and impulsive. You send me mixed signals, and I want a new beginning. Those mixed signals could definitely have occurred in the recent past as well with this person. Does this person think about you as much as you think about them? Do they think about you as much as you think about them? Please, Spirit. You have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and they are worth exploring. So if you thought that this was one-sided, it is definitely not. We have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, and I do feel like there's third parties here. And we have unrequited love on the back of this deck. The bottom of this card, I often say I don't like the message. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. It has nothing to do with attraction or chemistry. It had everything to do with the courage to speak or the courage to act upon our feelings here, because there was so much confusion and a worry that it was one-sided even in the past. And I feel like those fears were very even double-sided. You may have both been mirroring each other's fears, and that's what's created this stagnancy. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 2. A charm bowl, please, for pile number 2. Why are they still thinking about this connection? Does this person feel similarly? Can you add for advice? Oh, we have the Ace of Cups. King of Swords could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We also have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is representing this emotional start and the peace that comes out of it. And it could be that you have stepped into new emotional beginnings because logic told you you had to. Like sticking around and waiting for this person may have had you waiting forever. And so you stepped out and took advantage of other opportunities. Now this King of Swords is here in the bowl as this sort of wielder of truth. and honesty. And if you have been suppressing some of your feelings towards this person, or you feel like you have things you want to get off of your chest, he can really represent that need, that desire to be clear. We also have the Page of Wands, which is a beautiful indicator about the curiosity that still exists here between the two of you, because so much fire from this person. I wouldn't be surprised if they were a fire sign, but so much curiosity that's geared in your direction. This could also be your curiosity of embarking on new beginnings, and that's really what I feel like you want to do. You both want to explore where this could have been or could have gone. It's like you both want this exploration, and you want the clarity that comes out of that. Ooh, we've got lots of letters in the bowl for you today, pal two. We have R, D, R, F, FDR. We have G, O, and O. We also have a butterfly and a dragonfly, which are both some beautiful symbols of transformation. One is more of a quiet interior transformation, which could result in the need for even more transformation, but then we have to be sort of hungry and make that happen, because one is a symbol of quiet transformation for me, and the other is a symbol of being hungry for change. We have the guitar pick. We also have a snake, so somebody could feel like they have to be sneaky, or they feel sneaky in their thoughts of this person. We also have the going with the flow with the seahorse. All right, group number 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonated, and if it did, I would love for you to subscribe to this channel and join this family that we're growing here today. If you do, be sure to hit your notification bell and your like button so that I can notify you if you are chosen the winner for the free reading giveaway. I will be announcing that winner at the end of this week. You can also check out my Instagram account where I will be posting a post about a free mini read over there. But I hope that you come back here to the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a beautiful day. Take care. Hello everybody. In group number 3, you were drawn to this raw piece of coal, and this is your reading. The person on your mind, why do you keep thinking of them? And is it mutual? Do they think about you as well? But why do you keep thinking about this person? Group number 3, please, Spirit. Why do they keep thinking about this person? And then we'll look into their current feelings. If their feelings are mutual, do they keep thinking about you? But why does group 3 keep thinking about this person? We have the Moon. 9 of Swords. Why does group 3 keep... Oops, I just saw the World. We have the King of Cups and the Hanged Man. Why do they keep thinking about this person? You have the Two of Pentacles reversed. We have the Lovers. Back of the deck is the Nine of Pentacles. Can we please clarify this row, Spirit? The Magician. Why do they keep thinking about this person? Oh, we have the Eight of Cups and the Two of Cups. Oh, there's a real fear that you have in your mind that you may have walked away from something once in a lifetime. It's like this feeling like I walked away from something that was only going to showcase once in a lifetime. And there's a real anxiety and sadness and fear surrounding that kind of has held you almost emotionally hostage. It's perhaps stopped you from finding peace. It stopped you from maybe even being able to kind of give yourself emotionally completely to another person as well. It's made it so you have an inability to commit in other situations as well, with the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Like you struggle to maintain your balance because you never wielded your voice in the past. You never wielded your voice and you never made your intentions known. And then it's like somebody walked away. And now we fear that this Two of Cups that we walked away from is something that will never resurface for us. Here's the King of Swords. Could be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. And this logic came in, it's like too little too late. And now this King of Swords wants to wield his truth, but he doesn't have the power to do so. Very strong Gemini here. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Back of the deck is the Fool and the Knight of Swords. You can see she's holding a letter there. And even the Knight of Swords is this energy of movement, of bringing in information, of truthfulness. And the Fool sometimes hesitates. It's like they fear what's on the other side. They fear to mail that letter. It's kind of like this energy of writing a letter and never sending it, because that's what we should have done. And there's a lot of, I wish I had acted. It's like, I wish that my power was up here and I was able to overcome my fears. And it's like, I'm worried that this may never resurface again. We have the Lovers as well in the future position. And the Lovers ruled by Gemini is talking about how you've had the opportunity now to look at everything from every angle. And it could be that you're in a very secure position at this time. So you can't even act upon this epiphany, which is frustrating you. So it's your mind. You keep going over and over in this safe space in your mind that allows you this space. It could even be that all of this thought is your mind's or your soul's desire to maintain the hope for new beginnings in this connection as well. Because there still are things that you want to get off your chest. Even if you're in a new connection, even if you are a part of another foundation, there's like things that I wish that I had expressed, and I really want to express them. But there's also this anxiousness. There's this anxiousness of acting upon how I felt, because I feel like my feelings have not changed from the past at all. They haven't changed at all, and that's what I want to express. But if I express that, it can really lead me to all sorts of areas in my life that I may not be prepared to shake up, foundations I'm not prepared to shake up. So I feel like you're really thinking about this person quite a bit, because you worry that they have slipped through your fingers, and you're worried that you're not even in a position right now to stop them from slipping through your fingers if that was the case. Like, there's just so much turmoil of stagnation, yet surrender, because the Hanged Man is like, what can I change? What can I not change? And do I have the courage to change the things that I can and that I have the power to change? It's like the serenity prayer for me. Do I have the power to change it? So there's a certain amount of surrender that you're feeling right now to your current position, and surrender to this connection. Because I almost feel like you can't escape it. So you, and deep down, you're still hoping for a rebirth. You're still hoping, and some of that hope may be waning because of this energy of sadness, because of this energy of fear. Some of your hope may be waning, but underneath it all, you're still thinking about them all of the time, because ultimately you want to talk to them. You want to express what you have to get off of your chest. And whatever that leads, there's the devil. Wherever that leads, it could lead to very sort of naughty places, naughty things if you stepped outside of your current position. But that's why you can't stop thinking about them. You feel drawn to them like a moth to a flame, but you know it could be to your detriment if you acted upon these feelings. So it's like you're torn. It's like, you should release yourself from this because it hasn't fulfilled you emotionally. But you also look at it like it had so much potential. And that's why that when we saw the Lover's energy here, it's like so much potential to walk through a gateway with someone, to reach our happiness. And there's the Six of Wands. Whoops. I feel like you're not able to really express how you truly feel here. Here's the Moon. You're not able to express it outwardly, to sort of work through those emotions and purge them, because words are spells and thoughts are things. You're not able to purge them outwardly, and so it just keeps processing through your mind because you have to suppress them. And there's a call for reflection with the Moon. The Moon here twice. You think about them all the time because you can't work through this. You can't vocalize how you're feeling. You can't express yourself in a physical way. And so you're stuck in the mental realm in this situation. Let's take a look at how are they currently feeling. Do they feel similarly? Do they think about you as often as you think about them? We have the Tower. This Tower, particularly in the Sante Morte Book of the Dead Tarot, really reminds me of confusion and epiphanies that are needed. But I do feel like there could be foundations in place for you or this person, perhaps both, that are at risk of crumbling if we act upon our feelings here, because there's a sense of decision and choice. And even under here, the Three of Pentacles with the Chariot, there's a sense of foundations and choices to be made here, potentially between two parties. Does this person think about pile 3, please? We have the Four of Pentacles. This person on your mind still has a certain amount of possession, or I don't want to use a word like possession, but they're kind of greedy when it comes to you. There's the Nine of Swords. So they definitely have similar energies for you. So if you are constantly thinking about them, their mind is also a maze for you. And there could, look at these similar energies. 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, the Empress, the Moon, back of that deck. I feel like they're very well aware of your position. If you are the one in another connection or another foundation, I think they're very much aware of that. And the Three of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man, and they could be in a very similar situation themselves in this foundation. But do you see the similarities in the energies? 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, the Empress, this 8 of Cups, the 8 of Cups. There's just, actually the Empress wasn't there, but the 9 of Swords specifically, and somebody is fearful of acting upon our desires here and creating a tower moment in our current situation. So this person thinks about you as well. In fact, I would hazard to say that there could be some sort of energetic connection that is tying the two of you and feeding into this loop of anxiety, into this loop of fear with the 9 of Swords. And I feel like you could even be dreaming about this person and vice versa as well. But there's somebody in this connection that is really concerned about reputations, about their position crumbling as well. So it's like this, when this person thinks about you, it's like logic tells them, and I use logic loosely because it feels like fear, feels like sadness, feels like anxiety feeding into this energy. But logic tells them that they should detach themselves and focus upon the foundation that they have in place, and allow you to focus on your foundation that you have in place as well. And again, 2 of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. It's a sense of here's the Hanged Man. 2 of Pentacles is this sense of juggling amidst this connection. It's like having to juggle my feelings for you, my thoughts of you, and all of my practical concerns in life as well. So I do feel this person thinks about you as well, and I think it very, very similar energies here. What are their current thoughts of pile 3, please? You have the Creature's Paw. This card can talk about friendship, so this person may have been a friend in the past, but it also talks about the other. And when I see that phrase, I always think of the other woman as well. I just saw the House and the Teacup. So there could be actual foundations, homes in place. We have the Bees. And on the floor, we have the Angela Carter Identity card. This person, maybe you feel this way as well, but this person feels like they're sitting in a situation right now in their life where they are sacrificing their own emotional happiness for other people's stability, happiness, security. And I feel like they are struggling with that sense of identity as well within the dynamic that they find themselves in. But they do think about you, but it's like, when I see this card, and it's not for everyone, but it's like the other person, the other woman, the other guy, it's like a third party type of energy. We do have the Future here. And it's interesting because there's 2 points of entry here, and both of these tentacles have these suction cups of things from the past that are holding us back. There's a commonality between the two of your energies. Both of you are uncertain about the future. And you can even see this one, there's this egg that's cracked open. It's like both of you are allowing the past and the lost potential of this connection to affect your present energy right now. So you're definitely not alone in this yearning that this person has for you. Let's get some cards here of how this person's feeling right now. How do they feel right this moment? What do they think of when they think of pile number 3? What do they think of? I'm really sensitive deep down. I just put up a front. I don't feel like I can express myself. They feel like perhaps they have to keep their truth hidden. You may feel the same way. I don't want to be with anyone else. I'm severing ties with a karmic partner. So this person could definitely be in a karmic relationship that they are trying to detach themselves from currently. The sexual thoughts that run through my mind. So their thoughts of you bring them to a very fiery place, group 3. We also have my nerves have been getting the better of me, and that is the 9 of Swords. This energy of anxiety, of sleeplessness, of depression, potentially even, and on the extreme side of things. Back of the deck says, I do think about the future, and when I do, I think about you in it. Let's get a couple more messages from this person. What are their current thoughts of pile number 3, and do they think about them all of the time? I loved you then, I loved you still, I always have, I always will. I loved you then, I loved you still, I always have, I always will. That almost feels like a marriage thing to me too. So there could be marriages here, so take that as it resonates. I made a lot of wrong decisions when it came to you. You intimidate me and you always have. What are their current thoughts? Are these feelings mutual? So when you have constant thoughts of them and you wonder if they have constant thoughts of you, it's this loop, but they're wondering the exact same thing. It says, I want to marry you someday. But I don't want to create havoc in your life right now. Back of the deck says, I lie about my feelings for you. Number 3. We have unrequited love. So unfinished business. And I feel like that's exactly, you know, what Spirit is saying, why you can't get this person off of your mind too, because it's this unrequited love. It's unfinished business. It's unfulfilled potential. We have released your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Back of the deck says, heart-to-heart conversations are needed. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And there were indicators in this pile that some of you, this person on your mind, is actually in the process of releasing a karmic partner. So take that as it resonates to your situation. Let's get a charm bowl for you, group 3. This person that is always on your mind. Whoops. We have on the floor, we're going to pull it, we have the Wheel of Fortune. And there's a sense of destiny with the Wheel of Fortune. There's a sense of connection. There's the 9 of Cups reversed with the 5 of Wands. There's like potential that should have been harnessed, potential that should have been executed. We have this 9 of Cups reversed. And the 9 of Cups is a card of desires and wishes. But in the reverse, it's like somebody was looking for quick results, or somebody wasn't willing to put the effort in. It's like maybe they took it for granted a little bit and they allowed their insecurities to take the reins. And because there's all of this, you know, this limitless potential that we didn't get to tap into, now we are in this state of longing for what could have been on the other side of that insecurity, on the other side of those obstacles. In the bowl, we have the crystal ball here, which is a symbol of clarity, seeking truth, wanting to peer into the future. We have a sunshine here, so Leo energy. We also have the pentacle. I often think of the Five of Pentacles, so a complete no contact situation that's left us feeling very emotionally destitute. We have one half of the yin yang, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. So there's like so much destiny that wasn't the spark of destiny. It wasn't fanned, it wasn't fueled, and so there's a frustration now that's existing. We have the High Priestess. We have forever. We have the Holy Family, so there could be a family in place. We also have the Sun and the Sun, so Leo energy. The letter P. We have the Nine of Swords. Again, in the bowl, the Nine of Spades is the Nine of Swords, which is, you know, anxiety, worry, sleeplessness. It's a very common energy between the both of you in this connection. We have the Hammer, needing to work things out. Effort put in. We also have Our Lady here, Mary with the Sacred Heart, and there could be motherhood as well. So you may be the mother in the situation or vice versa, so take that as it resonates to your situation. You could have a little boy with the T-Rex here. But also with the T-Rex, I think about things that are extinct or things that have passed their expiry. We have the butterfly of transformation as well, and the black tail going with the flow, expressing ourselves, and an ending that happened because we didn't express ourselves. All right, group number 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonated. If it did, I would love for you to subscribe to our channel and join our beautiful community here. And if you do, be sure to drop me a comment below and hit your notification bell, because I'm going to be using the notification system to notify the winner of this month's free tarot reading. Sorry, my mind went blank. Free tarot reading this month. So please be sure to drop me a comment and hit your notification bell if you would like to be entered for that. You can also check out my Instagram page this week, because I'm going to be offering an opportunity to win a free mini read over there. And you can check out my Etsy account for a personal reading if you feel called to. It has been selling out very quickly every day, but I do repost daily at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on weekdays. So keep checking back or connect with me on Etsy and I'll help you to navigate their system. But I hope that you come back here for another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Take care.